Hey, how you doing? Justin here. Welcome to grade 3. I'm super excited to have you join me on this new course. I've spent months figuring out a plan for this, and actually, to tell the truth, it's come out way better than I anticipated. In this video, I just want to give you a bit of an overview of what's going to happen. We're going to have 10 elements for each lesson now for grade 3. The 10 elements are going to be, the first one is going to be practice. So I'm going to be spending a little bit of the time at the beginning of each lesson talking about practicing, how to practice effectively, how to make the most of your time, common mistakes that people make, goal setting, all of that really good stuff that will make your practice super effective. So we're going to have a little spot on practice to start off with. Then we're going to get into some chord work. So learning new chords, learning to explore chord shapes that we've got, embellishments, loads of really fun stuff there. Then we'll be getting into some technique and learning about essential techniques to do with both hands, synchronization between the two hands, developing strength and independence in your fingers. Again, loads of good stuff there. Then we're going to get into some rhythm. Now, rhythm will be talking about groove and feel and very specific rhythm patterns and finger style. Lots of different various elements to rhythm guitar will be covered in that. A completely new thing that I haven't done before, but I think it's going to be killer, and that is going to be duets. So every lesson we're going to have a very specific duet piece, which you'll be able to play both parts along with me, which I'll include as part of the lesson, but I would encourage you to find somebody to practice with as well. It's going to be tons of fun. Another completely new section that I haven't used before on any of my courses is going to be on understanding, which is going to be a little bit more about understanding how music works, how expression works. It's going to be a personal opinion here, but I'm also going to have some guests giving some input into that sort of stuff as well. It's going to be super interesting. We're also going to have tone. So a lot of you have been asking, like, how do you get that sound? How do you do this? So we're going to have a section every lesson on different aspects of tone and effects and using your amp and what the things do on your guitar and all of that sort of stuff. Then also we're going to have some transcribing. Now, some of you asked before, I took from my very early beginner course where I had some ear training things, which I took out for the revised edition that came out in 2020. So we're now going to be getting into practical ear training, which is transcribing, working out songs on your own, how to do it. And I'm going to give you examples for you to work out that are kind of simpler than a real version, but I'm going to give you some real songs to work out as well, suggested songs that I think you should work out. It's going to be super fun. Just 2 things left on the list now. Listening. Now, this is going to be a really interesting one. There's going to be a Spotify playlist for every lesson of just stuff that I think that you should have heard before. I'm going to try and relate it back to the kind of things that we've talked about in the lessons, but it's going to be just a chance for your ears to pick up on some new flavors, things that are music I've fallen in love with over the years that maybe I can introduce a few of you to. And like I said, things that would be particularly pertinent to the particular things that we're learning that particular lesson. And the last one is going to be music theory, which is already existing in full on the website. Some of you may have checked that out already, but I'd encourage you to dig a little deeper into the music theory as you pass through grade 3. I will, of course, be giving you a very specific practice routine again, but at this stage, you're going to find out that you're going to need to tweak it a little bit to suit your personal circumstances. The better you get a guitar, the more you're going to unearth things that you really want to work on or weaknesses that you got that you know that you need to work on. So we're actually going to be looking at designing a holistic practice routine in your very first lesson of grade 3. So I'm really hoping you'll join me for that. I hope you love the course. I'd love to know what you think about the course as you go along. Constructive criticism is always appreciated. I want to get this course amazing for every single one of you. So don't be afraid to let me know in the comments what you think could be improved, what you're loving, what you find difficult, what you find too easy. If there's something missing that you're like, oh man, I still don't understand this, let me know and I'll adapt the course. Right now it's 10 lessons long, but if I need to make it 13 or 15 lessons, that's okay. If I need to add or change things around a little bit, it's the beauty of the internet and this online kind of system is that I'm able to tweak it to make sure that it's super effective. And like I said, I love your feedback. So let's get started.